All right, and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Truly Live with your co-host Oliver and Yolanda Blue, and we are so excited that you are here. This is where we share transformation and a whole lot of love. Take your favorite beverage and your cozy seat and get ready for 1 hour of inspiration, transformation, and empowerment. And we'll be right back. And I'm crying out for those who knows how the spirit of God flows. With love, agape, and I pray that we will unite and form a holy posse and do this thing for the newborn king, giving hope to the meek through the joy he brings. Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are holding out? Jesus Christ, I'm for the Bible tells me so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world the church. Yeah, we all just get along. Maybe not in the world cause it's wicked and wrong, but in Christ we have life, so let's live it. Freely we've been given it, so freely let's give it. A sharp this nation, while they behold the peace in the midst of our congregation. All in together now, singing, bringing hope. Got the devil on the rope, tag teaming, steaming with the spirit that be burning our bones. Praying that he never ever leaves us alone. So stop sinning, stop tripping, put on the whole armor of God and get thoroughly equipped and flip the script and read new, stay true. Cause under the clear blue, there ain't nothing new. Word doers do. How's about you on the real? Tell me, what's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are holding out? Jesus Christ, for the Bible tells me so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world a church. Yeah. So while you're out there wondering if God's gonna do what he's already doing, cause he already knew. One day you were gonna be his child, and one day you were gonna see these trials. So it's best to be safe and stay in God's race, not walk by sight, kid, but walk by faith. Not being stressed when the world try to press. Just keep in mind, yo, it's only a test. How do we look? Preaching the good book. When things start shaking, we the ones shook. When the heat start baking, we the ones cook. I never seen the righteous begging bread oversook. I'd rather be hot, mean, blind, lame, standing before God without blame, than having my whole body casting the hell's fire from following the world, seeking those evil desires. Nah. Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real when we are holding out? Jesus Christ, I just want the Bible tells me so. What's the deal? Tell me why is it so hard to keep it real? Let's put our faith to work and show this world a church.
Lord, there's so many things that I want to thank you for. Lord, I thank you for your grace. I thank you for your mercy, God. I thank you for your love. Thank you for favor, oh God. God, if I had 10,000 tongues, I couldn't say enough thank yous, and I couldn't praise you enough. So in this song, I'll simply tell you I love you. And God, I thank you for everything you've done. Lord, there's so many things for me. Blessings unconditional, they seem to overtake me. Your hand of mercy proving faithful and true. Jesus, how can I express my thanks to you for your grace and kindness? Oh, agent of days, I'll give you thanks, oh Lord, now and always. Oh, I just want to say thank you for your love. Thank you. Thank you for the blood. Thanks to you for all of the times that you brought me through. Lord, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your grace. Thank you, Lord, for keeping me safe. Thanks to you that I can share the good news of a Savior, to give someone a reason just to tell you thanks. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Thank you, Lord. Lord, it's not enough to give a simple praise to the one who has blessed me in so many ways. Nothing I could say or do could really show my gratitude to you, Lord. One God, one love, one faith. To you I give you praise. Three blessed Trinity, you mean so much to me. You showered me with love, even when I turned away. Lord, I could never repay you, so I'll just say, I just want to say thank you for your love. Thank you for the blood. Thanks to you for all of the times that you brought me through. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your grace. Thank you, Lord, for keeping me safe. Thanks to you that I can share the good news of a Savior, to give someone a reason just to tell you for your love. Lord, I thank you for the blood. Thanks to you for all of the times that you brought me through. Lord, I thank you for your grace. Lord, for keeping me safe. And I can share the good news of a Savior. Give someone a reason just to tell you thanks. Oh, Lord, thank you.
All right. All right. And good evening and welcome everyone to our 34th, our 34th episode of Truly Live with your co-host Oliver and Yolanda Blue. And we are so excited to be here. Hey, do you smell that?
I do.
Ooh, she smelled that, y'all.
Good, y'all.
Wow.
It's got all my favorites.
I thought I would inspire you tonight.
Okay, now.
Well, welcome everyone. And we're just so happy to be here tonight, and we hope that you are. And we'll see that we already have some of our family and friends and patrons
And I didn't.
in the space with us. And I'm going to reject this call.
Not because you're not important, whoever that was, and not that he doesn't want to speak with you, just
He does
not
want-
at this time.
No, he does
Oliver,
want to speak with me. You have some. How about that?
Can I get a little more?
How about that?
Okay, I think that's good. Thank you.
All right, gives us a thumbs up if Yolanda sounds good, as good as she looks. Give us.
So welcome everyone. I see that Bob and Carol are in the house. Hello, we're so glad that you guys are there, and our dear northern friend Virginia is in the house, and Brenda are here from Canada. They
Yes.
said it's 33 degrees, chilly and wet
Ooh.
today. Oh, so it's
33?
33. It's wet here, but it's not 33. Let's see what the temperature is right now.
The last I checked, it was 60 degrees.
So right now it's 63 and it's raining. So guys, y'all need to come on down here. Y'all, why don't y'all come down and visit for a while? Now,
At least
Yahoo says it's 58. So
at least until it hits the 60s.
yeah.
Wow. Well, anyway,
after we visited Toronto, which I absolutely loved the city. It was great. It was wonderful. I told Oliver, I was like, we can move north and live here. This will be great. We were there in July. It was right after the festival, and then that winter they had this blizzard. It was dreadful. I mean, it was so cold. It was so much snow. And of course, we don't see that here. And I told Oliver, I said, I don't know if I can handle that.
Well, our friends in Canada are way north of Toronto.
Yes, they are.
Yes. So
even further north.
Very north of Toronto. But anyway, we send you virtual warmth. And
that's right.
Gratitude.
So give you guys, we're sending a hug to you guys, and we'll do like this, hoping that you can get warm. Brenda and Carol, mom and daughter, you guys stay warm up there.
Yes.
Bob and Carol, thank you. They're our technical support. They said looks and sounds good. Thank you guys. And Lisa Renee is on. Hello.
Hello, she says Lisa Renee.
She says love to everyone, and hello to you as well.
Yes,
Lisa
we
Renee.
send you love back, Lisa.
Exactly. We know Mama Blue is on, so hello
Mama
to
Blue
her.
is on. Yes, absolutely. Well, anyway, wow. Good to be back in the seat, right?
It's good to be back in the seat, guys.
And it is good to be just having an experience of life, right?
Yes.
Just take a deep breath. Everyone, just take a deep breath and let it go and release it. I tell you, that's life right there.
That's life.
And that's what connects us. That is what is flowing in us. That is what is beating our hearts. And
our dear friend Nikki Hall is on. Nikki, hello. I've been thinking of you and praying, of course, with you and your family, and just have not been able to call. I've been caring for my dad.
We connected today.
Outstanding. Yes. So very good to see that she's on. And Sheila Johnson, fellow Ram and patron,
Rams are in the house.
Woo, woo, woo.
The greatest school in the CIAA. Yes. WSSU.
It was good for us, good to us, and good for us. So yes,
Nikki, we just love you so much, and we are just standing with you.
Yeah. And I am going to be able to reach out
as you
to her.
Yes,
hopefully soon here
as you move to your next best expression of yourself.
Yeah.
The wholeness that you are. Yes.
And I'm going to actually give an update. My dad is doing so much better. I did have to take him back to the emergency room, but it was not an emergency. It was just an appointment. They didn't have any appointments available. So they sent him. That was last Thursday, which was my first time not being on.
Yeah.
It was my first time not being on. But he's good. As a matter of fact, we have this tradition now that whenever I'm taking him either from the emergency department or from the hospital, we do a little video and then I upload it to send it to my sisters and our family. And he says a little something. And this time, without any type of prompting or anything, I said, you excited to be going home? He was like, yes. And he said, hooray, just on his own.
Hooray.
Hooray.
All right. Well, look, we're talking out here like we're in our patrons only community.
Oh man,
Well,
yeah.
we're actually out here in all these digital communities.
So here's the thing. So when we don't see you guys live, it's not that we're not on. We're on with our community, and we are getting.
We're getting it. We're getting it in.
We are. We're getting
it done.
Yes, we are.
Well, anyway.
So it's exciting to be with everyone else.
Yeah. Well, tonight we're on Twitter. We're on.
Oh, we're everywhere.
We're everywhere. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. Ooh. We're on 2 YouTube channels. We're everywhere.
Wow. Okay. All right.
In fact, you know what? I need to share this with my group.
Okay.
Why don't I do that?
Okay, so that's another place for me to monitor, and that's okay. Let's see. Okay, so the comments are open, and you guys can place your comments in. As a matter of fact, we know that we're going to be doing gratitude statements. So if you guys want to go ahead and post what you're happy and grateful for, and then once we get to that segment, we can read a few of those.
Absolutely.
Virginia said, hooray, sending love to you all. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My dad says he feels the thoughts and prayers. He said he can feel that. So he had a 9-day stay in the hospital the first time, and they were wanting to do all kinds of stuff, but instead he got to come home, and he's been having physical therapy and occupational therapy, which has been absolutely phenomenal for him. And he is so strong. I was there yesterday and didn't have to assist him getting up or helping him sit down at all. So it was great.
I'm going to see how many places I can go tonight.
All right. So did you do that?
Yeah.
All right. So if you'll go ahead and remove that note, this way I can see the comments.
Okay. Great. There you go.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Well, because we are out here in this virtual community, that means we have, new friends, new people probably watching us. And so we don't want you to assume that you know who we are.
Oh.
So with that said, we are the OK Blues, and we are the founders of Truly OB, which is a personal development company. No, we don't.
Let's get our names up.
I'll get it there.
Here,
there you go.
There you go.
Yes, and we are the founders of Truly OB, which is a personal development company, and we specialize in elite coaching, and it is our intention to help all that aspire and all that connect with us to come into an awareness of their true identity, as well as to provide you with transformational tools to help you to collapse what we call collapsing the gap between your current results or your current reality to your preferred reality. In other words, we are here to help you to be your best self. And Yolanda and I are been in this game for 32, almost 33 years. And it has been our best classroom.
Yes.
Your life is your best classroom. Believe me, your family is your best classroom. And so we are here tonight, and here at Truly Live, we come on. We used to be weekly, but now we come on intermittently, right?
Yes, intermittently.
All right, to share and to add value and build goodwill and equity in the communities that we serve. And what you probably don't know about us is that, I'm a project kid from a very small rural town. That was my humble beginnings. And this cute thing to my right, she had her beginnings on the farm, like Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Green Acres,
riding on a
y'all.
tractor.
Green Acres.
And just like Zsa Zsa Gabor, she now,
I have
like,
my Oliver.
yeah, she has her Oliver.
Oliver.
Yes. And, she would rather be on Madison Avenue shopping.
Would I?
Yes.
No.
Instead of topping coin or chopping tobacco.
Yes. No, instead of being on Madison Avenue, I'd rather have a little Arnold.
A little Arnold.
Yeah, we had several Arnolds when I was growing up, and we named all of our pigs Arnold. It didn't matter whether they were male or female; they were just Arnold, and then the number 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the number was, and they were great. They were better behaved and better leash trained than our dogs. So
you're the only one that I have ever known to have a pig for a pet.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be a pet.
Oh,
but
that was only when your dad wasn't around.
He was a pet when he or she, Arnold was a pet whenever Daddy wasn't around.
Right. But when Dad was around, he was the next meal.
When Daddy was not around, and Mama was busy doing stuff, or she might have ran up the road to visit with her.
You
her
guys
sister.
dressed that pig up, didn't
We
you?
washed that pig, brought that pig
God.
into the house. That pig was at the table eating off of the plates.
Wow.
And then Daddy used to say, "Why is Arnold so clean?" So then we were like, okay, whenever Daddy would come, somebody would run out to stall to keep him engaged so that the two of us that could run fast, we would take Arnold back to the pen. And so then we had to learn to start putting dirt on Arnold. But we put, he or she would be bathed, and we put baby powders on them so they'd smell good. And then we'd put a big old bow. We always had ribbons, and so we'd put a bow on them. And
so how could you eat the bacon?
We didn't know. We had no idea.
But eventually you knew.
Well, once we knew that, I didn't eat any pork after that. But we didn't know. I mean, we were young, so we didn't know that was, where all of that stuff came from. And of course, we never, we didn't have any other animals. And of course, my dad we never got to see any of the slaughter or any of that kind of stuff. We just knew that there was always a half a cow and a full pig in the freezer. I mean, we didn't know. We had no idea. So when Daddy burst our bubble one Saturday morning, he was saying, "Wow, this Arnold is so tender." We were like, "What do you mean he's tender?" We thought he meant tender-headed. We were like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" And it was terrible.
So,
we cried.
Yes.
Yeah, it was tough.
So this is what you get.
And I still rarely ever eat pork now.
So this is what you get when you take a kid from the project and you take a farm girl from the northern part of the state and you merge them together. You get this unique expression, which we love. You can't find this any other place in the world.
No.
Can't. And just like you, we can't find another you anywhere.
So we're always so excited when you show up and you're expressing your best self. Yes. We're always excited for that.
So we here share timeless content and universal principles, transformational practices, and community access with others who are committed to experiencing a deeper, more meaningful life. Yes. We also share a decade of our own personal journey. That's the funny part. But what you would like to know is that we are a very intense dance-loving couple.
Yeah, we do.
And we love to dance.
And we got to go dancing.
And we got to go dancing.
We did.
Recently.
We were at a wine a winery. It was a vineyard.
Yes.
And there was live bands,
and
then there was a DJ.
DJ.
So we got to do that. And we of course, every opportunity that we get to dance, we take the opportunity. So we danced. It was fun.
Absolutely.
And it was right after my dad got out of the hospital.
Oh, absolutely. So you needed that.
It was, as a matter of fact, it was the day after he got out.
So you really needed to let it go, right?
And my niece, his granddaughter who lives with him, she stayed to make certain that he was okay. And so she was there with him, and we got to go out and have a little bit of fun. It was a good release.
Yes. It was a good release. So why don't you release to our audience why we do this, our why?
Well, we want others to know that their life has deep meaning and good purpose. We help people to consider and pursue the results that matter most to them so that they can live a focused life with purposed attention. Our passion is to help those who remain outside, unknowing, unawakened, and in need of a witness to the truth that is true always. We love sharing a powerful message with a powerful people. And you are those powerful people.
Powerful people.
Yeah.
Very powerful people. And speaking of powerful people, we want to give special acknowledgments to our patrons.
Yes.
And
Hi, y'all.
we're so grateful for your belief in us and the work that we do. And if you're asking who or what is a patron happen to be those that have joined with us and support the work that we do. And because they believe in the work that we do, they believe that lives, as many lives as possible, should enter into transformation, and so they support us, and we thank all of our patrons. Also, we like to
and we love them dearly.
Yeah. And we also like to acknowledge all those that has celebrated or is celebrating a milestone in the month of April. This is our first time on where we're able to acknowledge the April celebrants. And so if you're celebrating a birthday or anniversary,
a retirement, a new job,
whatever the milestone,
a new baby,
is,
whatever it is that you're celebrating, we're celebrating with you.
Yes, and you deserve to be celebrated. Also, we like to acknowledge all of our new followers and viewers who have connected with us across the various platforms that we show up in every day by becoming friends or connecting with our groups or whatever platforms, Instagram or LinkedIn now that we're on. And I'm dabbling with what's that other one, TikTok.
Oh my goodness, y'all!
I made one post.
My goodness!
I made one post in TikTok, only one, and I got a text yesterday from Kristen, and she said, "Hey, I opened up my TikTok account, and there you were." But I only made one post, so I must be getting favored. That's that. Living in a higher order.
That's right. Living in a higher order.
Living in a higher order.
We are beings that live in a higher order.
Yeah. We're living in a higher order. So thank you. So we got the one post out there. We know someone is seeing us on TikTok, but we're also on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. And
I'm not on any Facebook social media, so he keeps sending me these things, and I'm like, it is just hilarious,
Yes,
but so he's out there doing the work.
So if you're out there on any of those platforms, well, we're only on Twitter and
LinkedIn, YouTube.
Yeah. Well, we're not actually broadcasting tonight on LinkedIn.
Okay. No.
But we are broadcasting on Twitter, and we're broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube tonight. Yeah. So, hello to all of you in those digital communities.
It reminds me when you and Kristen voted once, and she let you get on her Instagram, and she's like, "What you want to say to the people?" And you said, "Hello, fans."
Hello. Well, that's when I was like shy and bashful. You guys new to the social media.
Can you guys ever believe that this one was shy and bashful?
Oh, absolutely.
Never.
Absolutely.
Never.
Absolutely. Ask my mom. She's on here. She'll tell you.
Well, that was when you were a little boy.
Oliver was quiet. I did all my talking in sports. I performed at a high level.
Are we going to do anything else tonight?
What are we're doing?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
this is the vibration that we're in today. So
I was just going to say, when I met Oliver, you were a little reserved.
Very reserved.
But you were not shy. You were reserved and stoic. And I kept thinking, wow, this guy needs some fun in his life.
And that's why you're here.
Had no idea it was going to be me.
She brought the fun out of me. I
was like, this guy needs to laugh.
Yes. And now
he keeps me laughing.
Right. And then now, actually, I have some people to say, why do you laugh so much?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
They say, you need to tone it down a little bit.
Oh,
And I'm
no,
saying,
no,
you're
no,
not putting
don't
me
tone
back
it
in.
down.
You're not putting me back in that box.
Oh, he's a lot of fun now.
Once you get out of the box, you don't want to get back in the box. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's right, Bob and Carol.
You can't. There is not a box that will fit. I
Oh, wow.
was stuck in the box, and now I'm unstuck out of the
Yes.
box.
Yeah.
Wow. So also, we've already mentioned them, but we like to acknowledge our parents, who's partially responsible for us. My mother, Mama Blue, and Yolanda's dad,
Hi,
who we
Mama
call
Blue.
Papa.
Hey,
And
Papa.
we thank you all because you partially made it possible for us to be here in form so that we can inform.
And we appreciate and love
And
you
we
guys
appreciate and love you.
deeply.
Yes. So Yolanda asked earlier if any of you, and all of us should have, but she asked if any of you wanted to share a gratitude statement,
Mhm.
to put it in the chat, and you can still do that.
Yes.
Because here at Truly Live, we start everything and we end everything with gratitude, because gratitude is a powerful way for us to reconnect to the present, right? Puts us in the present moment. It puts us in in connection with the source of all life.
Mhm.
And it is an energy, and it's a vibratory field that we can, at our command, shift the atmosphere,
Yes.
shift our attitude,
Yeah.
shift our thinking,
Yes.
just through the simple expression of gratitude.
Yeah.
Gratitude basically is what? Being thankful
Yes.
and being appreciative.
So cultivating gratitude helps to uplift our spirits, improve relationships, motivates us toward positive change in ourselves, and that changes the world around us.
Yes. And I think
So,
we have a few
we
gratitude
do.
statements
We
in
have
the
a
chat.
few.
You wanna
So
share?
Bob and Carol said that they are happy for, you know what, I'll just go ahead and post it. That they are happy and grateful for good health. So am I. Nikki, I'm not going to post hers, but I am going to read part of it. Nikki is happy and grateful. She made it through surgery and she's healing every day. And she's able to walk straight with no pain. That is great and wonderful. We're so
Yes.
happy and grateful for
Yes.
you, celebrating that with you, Nikki. And then Sheila Johnson says she's happy and grateful for enlightenment.
Wow.
Wow. I love it. I love it.
like that.
I do. I love it too. And then let's see. Okay. Oliver, what are you happy and grateful for?
Well, I would say that collectively that both of us are happy and grateful now that we are assisting others in making the best decisions in their lives.
Yes.
That what we do here, in every way we show up, it is our goal, not only to make the best decisions for our life,
Yes.
but to help others make the best decisions for their life, because we don't get to escape making decisions.
Yes.
Right? I mean, it's a part of life. So we're just here to be helpful.
Yes.
All right. We're going to move to our next segment. And we always like to reach into the ether and find what we call an inspiration or encouragement quote that.
Oh, you have the colorful one. Mine
Oh,
is not
yeah.
colorful.
Well,
That's okay.
yeah,
I'll let you have it. That's all right.
yeah, I can let you have mine.
No, it's
after this
okay.
show. You can have it.
No, not after this show.
But we always like to reach out into the universe and find what we call inspirational or encouragement quotes, to inspire us,
Mhm.
also to help be as a lead into our truly life lesson for tonight. And tonight's quote, I'll let you read it. How about that?
All right. Tonight's quote: fear and growth go hand in hand. When you courageously face the thing you fear, you automatically experience the growth you have been seeking. Fear and growth go hand in hand. When you courageously face the thing you fear, you automatically experience the growth you have been seeking. That's a quote from the Proctor Gallagher Institute.
Wow, I love that quote.
Yeah.
I love that quote because when we don't face our fears. And there was a period of time in my life that I did not face my fears.
Mhm.
And it is only a natural propensity not to face one's fear, but to turn away from. And but we've all experienced and all know that the result of not facing our fears only keep us in a state of
More fear.
more fear.
Yeah.
So actually, by turning away from fear, we are actually um, allowing that energy to grow.
Yeah. And we had posted a quote once before that talked about the percentage of um, fearful events, the things that people fear. Um, it is a very, very small percentage of that that ever even happens. So most of the fears that that we're walking around in trying not to face, they never even happen anyway.
No, because fear.
We'll have to find that and put that one up again because
Yeah.
I found it to be incredibly
Yeah.
incredibly enlightening.
Yeah, because we think fear is that which is informed, but everything is informed is neutral. It has, it's neither fear nor what would you say the opposite of fear. It's just neutral. What's really happening is how we're thinking. you know, everything in the natural is neutral. It has no power of its own.
Yeah, we're the ones that assign
We're the one that
whether
assign
it's
the meaning,
good or bad,
right?
whether it's feel fearful or not. We assign that
Right.
because some things that some of us are dreadfully fearful of,
Right.
other people find it to be exhilarating and fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
One person's fear is someone else's exhilaration, right? And that reminds me of another quote that says, "Nothing is neither good nor bad,
That's right.
but our what thinking makes it
it
so."
so. Yeah.
So we are assigning value
Yeah. We assign it.
to everything in life,
Yes.
and so just think about it. What is it that I fear? Then you can turn around and say, it is my thinking that makes it so.
Mhm.
Because the thing in and of itself, whether it be a person or a place or a thing or an idea or an event or a past happening or an anxiety about the future, whether it's past, future, we already shared here on this show that the past and the future is not a reality. We can't do anything about the past.
The only thing that we can do with our past is to change our perspective
Right.
of that
Right.
of the events
Right.
that happened.
But
But
we-
we can't change
but
what
we-
has already happened.
Right. But we can't enter into the past.
No.
Right. Nor can we
Cannot
live
go
forward.
back into the past
Nor
to
can
change it.
right. Nor can we live forward
That's
into the
right.
future.
That's right.
So in reality, there's only the now moment.
Yes.
That's why the wisdom book says that now faith is.
Yes.
Now reality is, meaning it is now. It's always in the present moment.
That's a quote from the Bible.
That's a quote from the Bible. And it also said that it is in the presence that there is
That there is
fullness of
fullness
joy.
joy.
Joy only can be found in each and every present moment. Just like right now, we are presently here in this moment. We can only do something about right now. We can't do anything about the past or the future. And so it's about right now that we can make a decision and a choice to be present. And in that choice comes joy. And then it says, and pleasures forevermore.
Forevermore.
So who wouldn't want to stay in the present?
Now that doesn't mean that we don't plan, prepare.
That's
because
not-
we do
that's
have to
not-
make some preparation.
no,
I'm going to read this. Sheila Johnson shared this. This is this is our patron and Ram family. She said she heard a comedian say, "We're built for making excuses. There is fear behind that." Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So thank you so much for sharing that. Sheila.
Every experience, every thought, every feeling, every idea that has as that has at its core an idea about us that is not true, it has its basis in fear.
Yes.
And we've said here that, and we've used the word fear here as saying it's only an acknowledgement of where we have not been. How did you say it?
So fear is just the edge of where we've been.
It's the edge of what we have known.
It is just the edge of what we have known, and we actually we don't see fear as anything that is harmful. We say that fear can be, we liken it to feedback.
It's right. It's
so
an energy.
It gives us, it can inform us.
Right.
It can inform us
that we're getting ready to enter into something unknown or something new.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
It's like,
and just because it's unknown and or it's new doesn't mean that it has to be negative.
No, it does not. But that is just the propensity of the mind that believe that it is separate, that it will digress to what? The energy of fear.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just an energetic field.
Listen, now this is all great and wonderful, but this is not even what we're planning to talk about this evening. So we've got
it is exactly what I'm planning to talk about.
So we're going to get into our Truly Life lesson, guys. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do our Truly Life lesson tonight, which is we're talking about being stuck or unstuck.
Like they said, to be or not to be is the question. Well, tonight it is stuck or unstuck. It is the answer. And we're going to get into that conversation. And this topic came tonight somewhat out of the last 3 months, where Yolanda and I, which some of you that are with us regularly, noticed that we began to use that word or the concept of helping others get unstuck, right? Help others get unstuck and create clear vision, and which produces happiness and fulfillment in one's life. That's kind of been our mantra over in the beginning of 2023. And so the question kind of have come out of that in some of the posts that I've been making concerning getting unstuck and what is stuck. And so I would ask here that why has the idea of being stuck gotten such a negative connotation in our personal life as well as in our professional life? Because
I want to turn this off.
Because when we hear the word stuck, there is a energy that is related to that word. And for the most part,
no seatbelt.
No seatbelt. And for the most part, you jumped out of that seat.
I jumped out that seat. Oh my
God, I got to get that seatbelt installed.
Oh, it was so cold. I needed to turn that off. Okay. Go ahead.
So when we hear that word, there is a negative energy that collectively is being associated with it, because it's an indication that one is not progressing, one is not advancing.
Well, let's just ask them, what does being stuck mean to you?
So if we ask you, what does being stuck mean to you, please use the chat and kind of share your thoughts about what comes up in you when you hear the word being stuck, or when you consider your own self as being stuck. So we love for you to share your thoughts about the idea.
So you know what we'll do? We'll put this up and we'll
Yes.
So you can write in the chat what that means to you guys. All right.
And on the flip side of that, why has the idea of being unstuck gotten such a positive connotation in our personal and or professional life?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here are some of the comments. So what stuck means to Bob and Carol is not moving forward.
Not moving forward.
Nikki says having a goal and not knowing where to start.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
like
one too.
I like that answer.
But I like both of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why has the idea of being unstuck gotten such a positive connotation in our personal and professional life? And so I guess we could take the responses there and say, because being unstuck is the idea of we're moving forward, or we're advancing, or we're progressing, or being unstuck
means we know where to start.
We know where to start to achieve whatever goal or vision or aspiration we may have. And you want to share what?
Yeah. So
Sheila
Sheila Johnson says, stuck is not progressing. So, so it's, but all of our comments are saying, it has to be the not moving forward, not knowing where to go.
So it appears that we associate stuck or unstuck with movement, right?
Hamster wheel of life.
The hamster wheel of life.
Yeah, I like that
like
too.
We're just we're
spinning our wheels, but not going anywhere.
We associate stuck or unstuck with our results, I guess you might say.
Yes, we do.
Or with some type of forward progress, right? Or advancement, right? But let me ask you this question. Now, I know all of us have had some experience with planting something and growing something, right?
Yes.
I mean, all of us, if you own a home, you may have a lawn, or you got trees or whatever, or you plant,
and if not, when we were in school,
when
there
you
was
in school,
always the experiment that we did where we planted a seed and we had to watch the progress.
So would you consider a seed planted in the ground as being stuck by the mere fact that you cannot see any advancement or any progress? Would you consider that seed to be stuck?
Well, I'm a farm girl, so I know it's not stuck.
It's not stuck, right?
Yeah.
But it is, right. And the reason it's not stuck is what?
It's because it's down there doing
its thing.
That's right.
It's allowing the life that's in the seed
to come forth,
to do what it's
to unfold.
And so it has nothing to do with
not being able to see
it.
Progress. That's right.
Right. Or not being able to feel. That's right. Or, well, it doesn't have anything about our emotions, right? All right. So just think about that as we are considering what is going on with this idea of negative connotation about being stuck and the positive connotation about being unstuck.
Yeah. So they're saying also just not growing.
Just not growing.
Yeah. Right? It's not growing. Yeah.
So how do we know that it's not growing, or how do we know that it is growing? Right. Well, generally we use our mental faculties, right, to determine that, our sensual faculties to determine that, what we can see, what we smell, what we can taste, what we can hear, what we can touch. But what if in reality growth and progress and advancement happens on a level beyond what those five physical senses can dictate? Y'all know where I'm going with this, don't you?
Well, let's see.
Let's see. So what does being unstuck mean to you? And we've already covered that. And so if I would say all of us are stuck, all humanity is stuck, all 8 billion people on the planet are stuck, would that change the meaning of the word for you? Because in fact, we are all stuck. But we would look at certain people's lives or their results and say, well, they're not stuck. They're advancing, they're growing, they're extending. And that's true. However, they are stuck also. All of us are stuck in our current reality. regardless of where you are, what level you are, what you have achieved or not achieved, all of us are stuck in our current reality, which is our current results. And I want that to sit with you for a minute. Because when we say everyone is stuck, it almost like gives us a sigh of release. Okay. Because we use comparison, which we should not use comparison to determine whether something is progressing or advancing, when we should be using something far greater than what the eyes can see. And so when I say that we are all stuck in our current reality, what I'm saying is, for example, all of us have won something, all of us have achieved something, all of us have acquired something. All of us have had a desire for something and we have achieved that, whether it be a job in your professional career or a promotion or a raise. What happens in the professional world for where we are concerned? We consider ourselves advancing our progress when there's an appreciation for our value, um, when we are being when we've been given responsibility to use all of our skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we're growing, when we are adding value to our jobs or our career or our company and our personal life. How do we measure it? How? Like for a growing family, oh, they got one kid. Oh, now they got two kids. Oh, now they got three kids, four kids. So we would consider them what? Not stuck, but what? But they are growing.
Got three kids. If they've got three kids, they're exhausted. No, no. I only say that because we had three children. Right. That's all.
Or in your
and there was a time that I was completely exhausted.
Or whenever you reach a personal goal, whether it be in your health or in your wellness or in your time and money freedom, in your relationships. All of us have desires in our relationships, and when we achieve certain goals, then we feel good about that, right? We say that we are advancing or we are unstuck. But the moment that we achieve something in life, we become stuck in that achievement. We become stuck in that level.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post this because I know where you're going. But Bob and Carol said, these are other patrons of ours as well. They say stuck can be a time of evaluating and pondering.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. But where I hear you going is that we can be stuck not necessarily in not reaching a goal. We can be stuck in a goal that we have reached,
that we've already reached,
and be complacent and comfortable staying there.
Right. And it's not that we're complacent or comfortable staying there. It's and I'll get to that. But the real question is not whether we are stuck or unstuck, but do we have an insight or what we call a vision, right? Do we have a vision for our next level of becoming? Do we have a vision for our next level of becoming? And why do I say that? Because the life that is in all of us, or the life that all of us is, the nature of that life is always calling us to the more. Have you ever noticed, as soon as you achieve something, whether personally or professionally, there is this almost immediate desire for what? More. And in fact, a lot of times when we reach a goal, when we obtain an aspiration, how can I say this? We don't feel what we thought we would feel once we got there.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that made $50,000 and all of a sudden he's got a raise, he's making $100,000 now. He got to $100,000. in many cases, when we get to the $100,000, we think that life changes in such a drastic way when really it actually bring on more challenges. And so we don't get the feeling that we thought we would have once we achieve that goal.
Yeah.
And so we become stuck in that situation. The guy that makes the guy that we think making six figures or making seven figures, you would say that person is unstuck. But what we don't realize is that as soon as one achieves a goal, they are stuck in that goal. And immediate desire for more comes rushing through us. This is the nature of life, because life is always calling us to a more freer, fuller expression of ourselves.
It's really an unfolding.
It's
It's really an unfolding. Life calls us to an unfolding
Yes.
of who we really are.
Yes.
So we're actually talking about our becoming,
I will be coming.
what it is that we actually really are.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we are in a place where our results are where they've been for a while, but if we are doing the work, meaning if we are allowing life, if we're not existing what is trying to come forth in our life, personally or professionally, because there's something always trying to come forward.
There's something that always wants to be unfolded. Yeah.
Something that always wants to be expressed in a unique way,
yeah.
which all of us are unique expressions of the one nature of love, which we are.
Mhm.
And the nature of love is for more expression, is for more freedom, right? And whenever we find ourselves personally or professionally, wherever we find ourselves personally or professionally in life, we are stuck until that which is seeking full expression in our life comes into form. That's the unfolding that you're talking about.
Yes.
So that's what I mean when I say that we're all stuck. And stuck is not a bad word. Stuck is not a negative connotation. It's just that that's what we have assigned to it. Because in reality, we are all stuck in our current reality. But what is most important is that we are always not resisting life, but allowing life and that which is seeking to emerge in our life to come forth in our life. And if that is happening, that means we're doing the inner work, like the seed is doing the inner work when it's in the ground,
Yes.
right? The seed is not resisting, but we don't see progress. We don't see growth, but it's the inner work that is the most important aspect of our life. Or we have to ask ourselves the question and be honest with ourselves. Are we doing the inner work in our life? When I say inner work, are we allowing the nature of love that is a part of all of us to have its perfect work? Are we allowing that to happen by not resisting the next coming attraction in our life? And so from that definition of stuck and unstuck, I conclude that all of us are indeed stuck, but it's not negative, it's positive. As long as we're doing the inner work, which
So you're using stuck in that sense, like grounded,
absolutely,
which is what happens when a seed is in the ground
absolutely,
and it's doing that inner work.
absolutely,
It is having those roots that come out to actually
absolutely,
ground whatever it is that's coming up,
absolutely,
so that it doesn't just blow away once
absolutely.
it hits the surface.
And it's not resisting life.
Yeah.
Because wherever there is resistance, there is pain,
Yeah.
there is suffering. For example, when you were in the first grade, you were stuck in the first grade, right? But that wasn't a negative thing. Why? Because you were doing the work.
Yeah.
And because you were doing the work, that means you wasn't stuck. You was really unstuck at the time.
So you got to progress to the second grade
So you
if
got
you were
to,
doing the work.
So you got to progress to the
Yeah.
second grade. Once you got to the second grade, you was, you was stuck in the second grade. However, you was unstuck because you was what? Doing the work to progress what? To the third grade. And on and on and on. So the message here is, are we doing the inner work to shift our vision and change our mindset to be in alignment, harmony, and integrity with the more that life is seeking to unfold, to express in and through us? Because the one thing about the life that we all share is that it's always calling us to the more. Always. Always. And as we call the word?
As we, I don't know where you're going with,
As we agree with it, as we don't
okay.
don't resist it, therein lies our happiness, our joy, and our
Yes.
fulfillment.
But I'm curious now what word you were thinking of.
I couldn't think of the word. So where are we resisting transformation? We call it transformation.
Yeah.
Because transformation basically is the gap between where we are and where life desires us to be. That is the transformation, closing that gap. Life will never cease to grow us and bring us to full maturity. So, no resistance. And ultimately, we're not stuck and we're not unstuck.
Okay.
Yes, that's my conclusion.
Okay.
So, my goal here
So-
really tonight was not for us to really take a look at, not looking at,
So Bob and Carol said this is allowing love to become manifest is our next expression.
Is our next
Yes,
expression.
it is.
Yes.
It's always our expression.
So
I love that.
Yeah. So as we continue to talk about helping people to get what? Unstuck,
Mhm.
so that they can create a vision and develop a mindset to go with that vision,
Mhm.
so that they can get a clear vision about what's the next coming attraction in their life, or clear vision, right?
Mhm.
So that we can experience the happiness and the fulfillment that we all desire. So as we continue to talk about helping others get unstuck, we want to make sure that we have a more advanced understanding of what stuck and unstuck mean. It basically, it means the same thing. All right. So that was my curve to the message.
Whew. I didn't know where you were going.
Well, I wanted to talk about it because, as we use the term, people feel a certain way when we use the term, as though, are you saying that I'm stuck, or yes, I'm stuck, and so it can actually cause people to turn even further away from getting an insight. It can turn people further away, like we talked about in the quote. When we don't face our fears, right? And what was the quote, babe?
It's right here.
Yeah, it says, fear and growth goes hand in hand. When we courageously face the things that we fear, we automatically experience the growth that we have been seeking. And so here, facing fear courageously is synonymous with doing the inner work.
And so the question you asked, I think I typed it up here. The question you asked, are we doing the inner work to shift our vision and change our mindset to be in alignment, harmony, and integrity with the life we are seeking to express?
That's it.
That's what we want to do. All right.
So thank you so much. This
Wow.
will make even more this will make even more sense as you contemplate that question that she just put up on the screen. Because the one thing that we know, that our life is determined by the quality of the questions that we ask. And that is a very high quality question, right?
Yeah. But I like this. I like the last thing that you said. Life will never cease to grow us and bring us to full maturity.
Never cease,
I
right?
like
Because
that.
the nature of life is what? Is to grow and expand and
Yes.
extend. And that's why we have mentioned here before that we've even, you've all of us probably seen grass grow through, will find a way, grass seed will find a way to grow through cement or
Mhm.
concrete. So that's the nature of life. It will not be denied. That's why we're always getting new downloads about new ideas, new desire. We're having new desires in our life all the time. They never stop coming because that's the nature of life. Life is seeking to express itself, and it's seeking to express the nature of itself, which is love.
Mhm.
And it does it through humanity. It does it through your life and my life and all humanity's life. And as we don't resist that, we end up becoming one with that which is seeking to evolve and to express, and it's called love. That's the true experience that we're all really looking for. Full expression of love, full sharing of love.
So, okay, in there too.
You type that in?
I typed it in there too. Let's see. Let's see. Life will never cease to grow us and unfold who we truly are, which is love.
Which is love.
Okay. All right. I love it. I love it.
I love it. All right. That's the
Wow.
end of our truly life lesson for tonight. And
let's see, Dana, we saw that you came on. Thank you so much for being with us. Everett, Yvette Darden.
oh, Yvette, yeah, she's
wow.
a ram. All
That's
right.
a ram too. Thanks, Yvette, for being on. And also, let's see, I saw someone else that had hopped on here. Let's see. Oh, Jerry Patterson.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us as well.
Yes.
So this is great. Listen, we are so happy and grateful that you guys join with us and choose to let's be on this journey of staying on our growing edge together. We do not take for granted at all that you've chosen to be with us. And so what we like to do and what we do each time that we're together is we like to end our sessions with a blessing. We use the Dalai Lama's loving kindness meditation to do that. So are you ready?
Absolutely.
So we bless all of you who've joined with us and those that you hold near and dear in your heart.
So may you be truly happy.
May you live in peace.
May you live in love.
May you know the power of forgiveness.
May you live in the recognition that your life has deep meaning and good purpose.
That's the Dalai Lama. And Oliver and I add to that, may you live in the awareness of who you truly are. We extend this blessing to every being that's on the planet. And so it is.
All right. Well, thank you, baby. You was good tonight.
Well, thank you, Dar. I was glad to be here.
I'm glad to have you beside me.
I know.
So with that said, my name is Oliver.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Lisa Renee says, I love you, Blue Family.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. We love you too.
So should I start over?
Yeah, you do that.
So with that said, my name is Oliver.
I'm Yolanda.
And together we are
the OK Blues.
Truly, the real you loves you.